Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum 6. So, we're not quite at Blosk yet, because we actually have a few minor things to deal with that I forgot last time. So, I did sell things and I leveled her up. I gave her a level of priest spells using a wisdom crystal. So, that is taken care of. And I was going to do some spell training because I thought I remembered the mother, whoever it was, in that weird temple in Darmon, teaching mass healing, but she does not. She teaches heal, but honestly, heal as it is already pretty powerful. So, and while it's only 700 something coins, I was holding off on it. I decided to hold off on it for now. And I did not look up where the actual mass healing trainer is. I think it pretty much has to be in Font Remote, doesn't it? It's really the only other place I've been to recently. Maybe I'll double check, but I don't know. Either way, but then I remembered that I also got another quest from the job board. Actually, let's take care of that first, I guess, which is just a message to Vanessa. That's right. You hand Vanessa the letter. She takes it, reads it, and crumples it up. This is an insult. They cancel a shipment, and they count on you to let me know. Fine, here's a tip. And one of my wonders. She gives you some coins and a crystal. Okay. And a flawless crystal like that. Very nice. Thank you. That is much appreciated, actually, for, basically no work at all. But since we're here... What does she sell again? Tinker's crystal, that's right. You know what? I don't know why I didn't buy that one last time I was here, but let's just buy it. Slightly expensive, sure, but I mean, those are in such short supply that it hardly matters how much it is. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Mostly because, I mean, effect 21. Again, that effect level doesn't necessarily mean that it opens locks up to a difficulty of 21, although I feel like it might. Either way, there's a chance that these will always be more powerful than, even the highest level of tool use I'll ever reach, naturally, and with equipment. So, having a few of those on hand to open those couple of particularly sturdy locks seems like a good idea. How about you, my friend? We have brought your mage spells all the way up to 10, which is nice. Cannot increase magical efficiency. We could increase spellcraft actually for 5. Still at 5. I was almost hoping that it would go up to cost 6. So that then I'd have an excuse to just start focusing on increasing mage spells more. Honestly, I probably should do that, to be honest. Until we reach whatever level we need in that, we should just keep working toward that. Which probably means that, we're just gonna keep these 5 skill points and then wait for the next level up to be able to increase mage spells. Yeah, I guess that's probably better. Sure, okay. So no immediate benefit except for the health and mana increases, of course. Right, so that's one of the quests, but we also had another quest, the Nephilim Rogues, namely, which I was surprised last time to find that we hadn't completed it already, apparently. But it also mentioned farmers to the northwest, which must be these farmers, right? This guy called Dragon, who we already talked to. Yeah, and I mean, well, there was a little bit of dialogue with him, I suppose, at the time. It did feel like he was kind of just, there was not a whole lot going on and like something was missing. And apparently what was missing was the quest we didn't have. I'm hunting for the bandit Nephilim. That gets his attention. He looks up at you, surprised. You are, eh? About time Darman noticed our plight. Asnavor talks about how law and order he is. He talks about how law and order he is. Okay. Didn't realize that law and order was an adjective. But, he shakes his head. Never mind. Yeah, they are Nephilim. A bunch of them. I've fended them off so far, but they'll only be scared of my bluffs. They'll only be scared of my bluffs for so long. You scare them off? He looks up at the crossed blades on the wall. Bandits are usually cowards. They don't want to die for the coins they steal. Well, I mean, who would? I faced off with them, and they backed down. But they'll tire of me soon enough, and then I die. I need someone young to hunt them down. Where are they? I don't know. Somewhere south, probably under our feet. There's only one thing I can tell you. Yes? The last time they came, I got suited up and went out with my blade and I chased them. I know, foolishness on my part. But those kitties, they're fast. They ran. But they had a goblin with them. It was slower. I almost caught it. But it ducked into an abandoned mine not far south of here. And then? I was angry, but not angry enough to follow the thing into that hole. I came back home, but who knows? Maybe some of them are hidden down there. That's all I can tell you. Okay, that's probably good enough. Maybe that's the place I remembered? It has to be here, right? Yeah. Well, there's another entrance down there as well. Let's see. Because I did remember there being a door underground somewhere that I wasn't able to open. There's a door there. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Well, there certainly isn't one up here, so... I mean, I don't know why that would open now that we are on the quest when it wouldn't before. Oh no. I don't have the key and it doesn't open. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, why would we suddenly have the key? Of course, that wouldn't make any sense. But maybe the idea is that that goblin that he chased has the key. And he is hiding out here now, somehow. Even though we cleared this place previously. I mean, someone maybe lived here at one point. Wait. Oh, that goes here. Yeah, but again, we have been to all these places before, so... Oh, there's a dead goblin here. Maybe he wasn't here before, or maybe I just missed that body. He ran down into this mine for some reason and got trapped in this dead end. Then something horrible happened. The body is frozen still. No, I think we actually saw this before. Remembering what Dragon told you, you search the area around the goblin. Sure enough, you find something. The creature dropped a small iron key. You find it under a rock and pocket it. Okay. Yeah, we definitely had the first part of that message before, but I guess we had no reason to look around for the key. Not that we necessarily had a reason to look for a key specifically this time, but okay, sure. I guess we had a reason to just be a little bit more suspicious and, you know, try a bit harder to find anything. Okay. Nice. Now I know I promised you Blosk. And yes, I am curious to find out how that's gonna go. But this shouldn't take too long, right? Piercing crystal, very nice actually. Very good find. Back up to 3. Feels good to have a few of those on hand. Okay, something, yeah. That's just a hostile Nuffle. Nuffle? Who's seemingly hasn't actually noticed us yet, so I'm going to use this opportunity to prepare, and you know, do the Cloak of Curses as well. Okay, the warrior actually just as weak as is the archer. Well, just about as weak. No meaningful difference here. Oh, and somehow we get to act again before that guy had a chance to do anything? Fine by me, I suppose. Chief Kahor. Okay. 420. He's immediately hostile, right? Maybe there was supposed to be some dialogue, but I kind of want to preserve our buffs if we can at all. Get a warrior and an archer. These are just as weak. Yeah, okay. These are... I'm so used to just you know, fighting enemies that clearly outmatch us that surprises me. These okay, there it is. These last couple of encounters with enemies that are kind of reasonable to fight you know, feel almost too easy. Chief Kahor. You have finally tracked the leader of the Nephilim bandits down in his lair. I mean, we haven't really been hunting him for very long, so finally, I don't know, but sure. He stands in the far alcove surrounded by his lieutenants and his pet wolves. He wears a heavy chain around his neck. There are 3 glass globes hanging from it. He fingers the globes delicately and hisses at you. You have tracked down Chief Kahor, and you think you will defeat him. No, we of Fang Clan have lost our lands, and we will not surrender. Not without a true battle. Before you have a chance to respond, he releases the hounds. Well, I mean... Okay. Sure. You know what, let's just do that, I guess. Reduce armor. Well aimed blow, come on, nice double hit. No, but a nice single hit. 89 damage, and we cursed him as well. Can't really complain about that. Oh, you've been reduced to 6 AP. You know what, you should probably heal yourself, to be honest. Chief Kahor pulls one of the globes from his chain and throws it against the ground. The gas within it spreads out. You begin to choke. Okay, one of us was poisoned. Chief Kahor pulls another one of the globes. Okay. The gas within it spreads and then coalesces into several snarling forms. Oh, wow, for a moment there, I didn't even see the ghouls. They're surrounding us now. That's a... Actually, in fact, there is yet another one that I haven't seen. Let's go ahead and slow them, just because it's a pretty large number of enemies. And I really wish I had some sort of, you know, blade roundhouse kick. No, that's not... I don't know. A whirlwind blade attack. That would be so nice. Well, he goes down. I guess he didn't have a chance to throw any more balls that he might have had. Okay. Yeah, we take out that ghoul. Maybe fireball the warg, yeah. Oh. Okay, Exhaust is getting stunned. We'll see if he gets a turn or if he ends up with no action points. Okay, Wolf is dead. We still have 5 AP, that's fine. Level up wise. Right, I did finish tool use. 12 is, I think, as far as I was going to take that. Which now means we increase other things. I did want to get more arcane lore for both of my warriors to get to the overall number of arcane lore I wanted. And it is pretty cheap. I need to start with this at some point, right? Let's just give him 2 levels of that. Do we see an immediate effect of that, actually? Oh yeah, mental effect resistance. Well, up by 4%. I suppose that's not terrible. Next level up, he's gonna have 4... no, we're gonna have 6 skill points. Maybe I could invest into some quick action. Or actually, never mind. Pole weapons 10 sounds pretty good. Yeah. Seems decent. So, we'll see if I can remember that, of course. Probably not. Maybe. Okay, that guy's dead. There, we can help out with that. Oh, they really don't like the Sliv. That's fine, he doesn't like them either. Not a huge fan of his health. Hopefully this ghoul is not going to try to make a run for him now. Not that... I don't know that he could have potentially even made it that far. Maybe not. And that takes that guy out. Awesome. And we heal pretty much fully because there was a lot of enemies. Nice. And... oh, a treated carapace? I guess that must be what... what's his face dropped. Non-encumbering shield, 18 armor, 10 poison resist. Okay, I mean, it's an upgrade over this. 12 weight, yeah. The same weight, obviously. Obviously, it's an upgrade. Cold resistance, poison resistance. I mean, you already have this one. So, I guess you can have this. Why not? What am I doing? That gets sold, of course, as... Do these. There we go. Group heal. Very nice, actually. Mushrooms. I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, we're just looking very, very okay health-wise, food-wise specifically. Okay. Okay, money, steel javelins. Ooh, ice bolts. Who has ice bolts? I'm sure we had ice bolts. No? Oh, you have those. Okay. That makes sense. Steel javelins. Yeah, you know what? Equip those and use those first. Bags of meal. Yes, please. And more herbs. And a bunch of lovely crystals. Okay, well, yeah, that was a good amount of loot in this cave here, I gotta say. Not too shabby, especially considering how easy those guys were to deal with. Nice. That's another quest done. I suppose we don't really need to return to Dragon for quest completion, or do we? Actually, we might. The Nephilim bandits are dead. You tell Dragon the tale. He nods, impressed. I couldn't have done better in my prime. Thanks, soldier. You should go back to Daman. Sure, they have a bounty waiting for you. I pay myself, but these are hard times for me, sorry. Yeah, it's fair enough. It's always nice when there is at least a little bit of dialogue to appreciate, to acknowledge what I did. I mean, yeah, let's just return. Get healed up fully. Not that we really needed that healing. And, wasn't for the mayor, though, right? No. Who was it? I could look it up, but... Oh, it was for this guy, okay. You report your victory over the Nephilim. Sergeant Estragon nods. Good. Another victory for Daman and the rule of law. Here, a reward. He pulls a pair of boots off of a shelf and tosses them to you. Literally tosses, huh? Just blessed boots. Meh. Yeah, 8 armor and no magical effect. Sure, they're technically an upgrade over the heavy boots, but... yeah, they're also really not worth much at all. I was gonna say that, you know, I'd rather sell them, but honestly at this point... well, they are heavier, though. Which is fine, because we're not nearly at our limit. So I guess I'll use them. Thanks, I guess. Not the most exciting. But an upgrade is an upgrade, I suppose. Plus, of course, we got experience, and that's the more important thing. Can I sell you something? Oh, there was an option to ask about custom work. I don't know if I had noticed that before. Anyway, let's deal with this first. I trust you to just throw the scribane straight into the forge, or dispose of it otherwise. She seemed like an upright enough person. Do you do custom work? For a soldier of Avernum, and for the chance to work with proper materials? I would be glad to help you, especially if there is any hope that my work will be used to fight the Slith Horde. Well, yeah. I could make you a shield, breastplate, or leggings. Those are the options, huh? So shield is out, of course. Breastplate, perhaps. Leggings, maybe. Or if you want a halberd, any true warrior would be proud to bear. Each of these items will require fine steel and a focusing crystal. And focusing crystals. The larger the item, the more I need. The breastplate and halberd will also require mandrake. 2 roots for the breastplate, 3 for the halberd. Okay. Wait, the only thing I can have made is the shield. Because I guess I don't have enough mandrake? 2 steel, 1 focusing crystal. I thought I had... no, I have 3 mandrake. Oh, I only have 2 fine steel. Interesting. You don't happen to sell any, right? No. Was there any fine steel in here? Nope. In there? Nope. Okay. Well, that's a shame. I can't even check out the really interesting items. I mean, the halberd, I guess there's a non-zero chance that it is actually a better polearm than the slit spear. Although the halberds that I have been finding so far were pretty unimpressive. Although they might have that built-in cleaving effect, perhaps, without specifically mentioning it, because they just have a different type of basic attack. So, you know, if it's good enough, if the damage is competitive with, or, you know, better than our current Slith Spear, then that might be worth considering. Of course, I hope that the breastplate she's going to make is not just a steel breastplate, but it very well might be, I suppose. Which is not a bad piece of armor necessarily, but obviously we're going to find those. We have found one, and we will find another, and better stuff down the road, of course. So chances are that none of the things she offers will really be useful to us. But just to get an idea, I suppose, what we can expect here, make a shield, but that's just going to be... Okay, it's a radiant shield, but radiant... Yeah, radiant is really just like blessed, right? It's just high quality, non-magical. I don't know why it's worth 3,000, because that is honestly just insane. It is bulky. It does have a lot of armor, yeah, sure, but man. 25%, okay, yeah. That's a lot more than the ones I've been finding so far, I suppose, but obviously not worth my extremely limited fine steel bars. That's for sure. Okay, anyway, that's something to keep in mind. Okay, and now we finally get a chance to look at Blosk a bit more closely. You stepped inside the ruins of Blosk. In these dark times of turmoil, one clan settled in the rubble, patched up the holes in the walls, and attempted to outlast the storm. You can see the members of the small tribe working to the north. They are patching up walls, carrying around supplies, and tending to a few small fruit trees. They're an insular lot. They look at you with nothing but fear and mistrust. And they're a sickly bunch, too. To a man, they are thin and tired looking. The tale of greedy villagers sitting on a huge hoard of food is obviously untrue. They are as hungry as everyone else. Okay, I mean, yeah. Firebrand clansman. It's also interesting to hear anyone but strictly Nephilim referred to as a clan, right? I mean, obviously there are human clans in the real world, and I guess there are in Avernum as well. I don't know if there really have been any human clans mentioned before. Oh, how would we reach that? Oh, through this secret passage here. The Grey Mold, very nice, very nice. I'm sure that's going to come in handy eventually. You get a closer look at the open clearing in the center of the town. Once there was a small but successful patch of farmland here. Gravel mixed with a tiny bit of soil was laboriously hauled in here. Crops grew well on the mixture. But then the blight came. The field of mushrooms hasn't been afflicted as long as the farms outside have, but they are... hasn't been afflicted as long as the farms outside have, but they are still entirely spoiled. Oh. Well, yeah, I mean... I guess maybe at one point they were doing better than everyone else and were maybe hoarding something, but clearly right now they're not doing any better than anyone else, and they're certainly not fat and greedy, as the mayor described them. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's really anything for us to do here. Anything to claim. Any law to enforce. So maybe we can just clear up the misunderstanding And be on our way peacefully. Duffy Firebrand, okay. Firebrand clan woman. This is one of the members of the Firebrand clan. You try to strike up a conversation, perhaps something regarding the matter of a huge hidden cache of food. The clan member is clearly terrified of you. Please, talk to our leader, Duffy, in the southwest building, who we just happened to stumble upon. Okay. I mean, I suppose that's fine. That's all the information we can get. All the information we need, really. Well then, since we happen to just wander randomly into your office, might as well get this out of the way. Duffy Firebrand. There's a pale old man, surely a native Avernite, sitting at this table. He is doing nothing but basking in the warmth of the kitchen and sipping tea. When you approach, he motions for you to join him. Warmth of the kitchen, sipping tea. Sounds nice right now. Anyway, I'll finish the episode first. Welcome to our humble home, he says slowly. I am Duffy Firebrand, head of our clan. A clan that has fallen on very hard times, as you can see. After pouring some lichen tea, he says, pouring you some lichen tea. You are warriors, here on a mission, yes? We have seen you spill blood outside. Well, I mean, we were kind of forced in that regard. We hope you will at least speak briefly with us before your blades come out again. I mean, I don't normally attack people who are willing to talk with me. What would I say? I don't normally just outright start murdering people so long as they're willing to talk to me, you know, reasonably and in a friendly manner. So, anyway, here because of accusations of food hoarding. Know anything about that? Was attacked by brigands outside Blosk. Are you responsible? I mean, reasonable things to ask about, sure. Looking for a lost cache of supplies. Can you help me find it? A lost cache of supplies? Lost? Are we? I don't think that's true. Let's start with the general questions first, I suppose. Tell me about your clan. He gives you an abbreviated version of a tale he has told many, many times. Our ancestors were a close-knit family from the Black Hills on the surface, 14 of us, from elders to children, rough people. They were not ones to bow and scrape to the local empire officials, so in the early days of Avernum, they were all sent into the underworld as an example to the other hill folk. Where did the Firebrand name come from? The judge who banished them to exile, he said that our world has no more room for firebrands like you, so we took the name Firebrand as a badge of pride ever since. Okay. Where has your clan lived? We have traveled much. In early days, we lived in the northern tunnels. After the Empire invaded, we moved to the surface to the safety of the lands near Myrtis. In the time of Shades, we thought it safer to be near Formello. Then the Slith Horde came, so we moved here. We brought mushroom spores, untouched by the blight, with us. We thought to make a small safe haven for ourselves in this ruin. He shakes his head. It was not to be. Will you ever return to the surface? Once we would have said that death was preferable. Now, though, the choice is rapidly becoming the surface or death. The choice is rapidly becoming the surface or death, and I will not choose death for our children. We will return to the surface as soon as we can, and when we do, our clan ends forever. Ends forever? We will still be kin. We will always be kin. But we will abandon the Firebrand name. It was our underworld name, the name of rebels. On the surface, we will be something else. Not worse, but different. Okay, fair enough. How did you come to Blosk? We were fleeing the Slith Horde. Like so many others, we were abandoning the northern tunnels. I saw that to avoid the miserable refugee camps, we would have to run farther than all the others. Where were you going? I actually thought to flee to the Abyss. But then we found Blosk. It had been left abandoned since it was destroyed in the time of Shades. People thought it haunted, I think. We had a surprisingly easy time moving in, patching up walls, making a small patch of mushrooms, quarantined from the blight. He sighs. It might have worked. Well, clearly it hasn't. Well, let's address the brigand thing first. He shakes his head vehemently, I don't know. We are farmers, not murderers. Those were Mangan's men, not mine. Ah, right, Mangan was actually mentioned. But unfortunately we cannot ask about who that is. Oh. Oh well. I'm here because of accusations of food hoarding. Know anything about it? He takes a deep breath and thinks. It is a difficult decision whether to tell you what is happening or not. He decides that he has no choice but to trust you. He's probably right. I hope you do not abandon us. Not after I say what I am about to. When Mangan learns I have shared the secret, it will go hard for us. Can you protect us? Okay, so Mangan is part of the clan, or... presumably, right, only clan members have ever been living here. And while Duffy is officially recognized as the clan elder and the clan leader, I guess Mangan is leading a rebel faction who have claimed all the food supplies for themselves and are holed up somewhere in here. Okay, I see. I make no promises. You all look like criminals to me. Yikes. No, they don't. Why would you say anything like that? I'm here to deliver harsh justice to traitors. You attacked me outside town, you must die. Why are these 2 out of 3 options? If you're innocent of wrongdoing, I will do what I can. Yes, of course. Wow. He nods. Then he says, knowing several members of the clan are eavesdropping, our situation is a hard one. I say we will take a chance. We of the Firebrand are not the only ones living in Blosk. Oh, okay. So not the same clan, then. There is a group of brigands, too, led by a man named Mangan. They have our food, and they force us to serve them. Oh, okay. A bit different from what I was thinking. But of course, the end result is going to be the same. We slaughter Mangan and his men and help these people, and hopefully they are going to at least get their fair share of food after that. For whatever reason, we were sent here, warrior. For whatever reason you were sent here, warrior, it is the brigands you should talk to. Well, quote-unquote, talk to. Well, maybe we'll briefly talk before letting our weapons speak. How did the brigands come here? Brigands come here. He shakes his head sadly. It is my fault. Once we had food, I feared it would invite attack from thieves, from armed mobs. Mangan heard that we had food, and he came here. He and his men offered us protection in return for a share of our crops. I agreed. Like an old, naive, pathetic fool, I agreed. And then what happened? Nothing that will surprise you. Once Mangan and his thugs, more of them than I thought, were inside our walls, they took all our food, not just a portion. They hand us the worst of it, moldy and foul, and keep the best. They have not killed any of us yet, or done other things. They use us to conceal their presence. They have us serve them. The Firebrand clan, proud rebels against the Empire, reduced to servants, because of me. And they threatened to start killing us if we revealed their presence. So why are you telling me? I mean, obviously because they're extremely desperate. Dude, why do you have to ask? Because you are here. The castle knows of food stores. Mangan's ruse will come to an end, one way or another. You are our only hope that he can be stopped before he lashes out at us. Please help us. Stop Mangan and save my people from a horrible mistake. Where is Mangan? Mangan and all of his bandits live in the northern buildings. They let you into Blosk, so I'm sure that he wants to see you. Right. But I would expect a trap. He tried to murder you once. No doubt he will try again. I mean, he tried and failed once. It's kind of an important little detail. Mangan is not wise. No doubt he will try again. Okay. Because he's not wise. And where's all the food? I took it to the tunnels under Blosk, but be wary. From what we have overheard, the bandits have an escape route in the tunnels. If you attack the bandits, they will probably try to flee and take the food with them. Ah, right. The mayor did... Was it the mayor? Yeah, I guess. Did mention that we would get better rewards if we managed to prevent, more food from being taken or destroyed. And, yeah, apparently we have to worry about that and do something about that beforehand. Good to know. Anyway, once they try to get away, you will have to move very quickly to keep them from getting away. Yeah, once they try to get away, you have to move quickly to prevent them from getting away. Right. Fair enough. What is this about the lost cache of supplies? I'm looking for... Ah, lost cache? We will hide nothing from the army of Avernum. I don't know where any cache is. However, there is a tunnel under Blosk full of traps. We don't know what is at the end of it. How do I get to the tunnel? There's a concealed switch on the wall in one of the ruined rooms in the southeast corner of town. It's easy to find if you look for it. Press it to open the way. Okay. Thanks. I mean, does this have something to do... The Athame? No. We asked about it in Fort Saffron, but I don't remember. I thought maybe just assumed. Well, obviously at the time I would have learned something about it, but whether we heard that it was taken to the abyss or into those abandoned tunnels above Fort Saffron that we tried to explore but couldn't get very far in, I don't know. Either way, we weren't able to get there. What secret cache would it be though that I just asked about? Oh. The lost supplies, perhaps. Yeah, of course. Lost quarters and lost supplies. Two different quests. I guess while just yeah, quickly looking at the list. The list. Wow, I can't even talk anymore. Big surprise there. Yeah, well, just looking at the list, the quest list, briefly. I guess I saw Blosk, and I didn't realize there were two different Blosk quests. Okay. When Blosk was abandoned, a large cache of valuable supplies were left behind. Precious tools and iron. They were in a hidden chamber protected by traps, or so my mentor claimed. In these difficult times, it might be worthwhile to search the many tunnels and warrens of the area for the cache. If you can locate it, Patricia of Darmon will provide a valuable reward. Who gave us this quest? Someone's mentor. Certainly not Patricia herself. Was it from a job board? Wow, I have no memory of this. Well, I mean, I have a very vague memory of the quest itself, I suppose, now that I've read it, but who gave it to us? I have absolutely no idea. Why is there this tiny little unused space? That's always suspicious to me. And I don't see any buttons. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Yoink. Okay. So from the mayor, from what the mayor just told us, or the mayor, the clan chief, whatever, Duffy. From what he just told us, obviously we'll have to, you know, make sure they don't get away with any supplies. And I was hoping that, imagining at first, that we might just be able to enter the tunnels first before even, you know, confronting the bandits and getting them alarmed, I suppose. And somehow... I don't think I clicked on you, Ketzel? Okay, anyway, just finish my train of thought real quick, I suppose. Yeah, so I was thinking that maybe we could just block off whatever escape route they were planning to use, you know, destroy the mechanism of the gate or something like that. And maybe we can do that, but then Duffy said that once they start to flee, we have to be quick to stop them. So I wonder if maybe we will always trigger their, you know, their attempt to flee and get the stuff, move the stuff away. But, you know, either way, we'll deal with it, I suppose. And hopefully be able to prevent all of them from getting away. Surely that must be possible. Anyway, Ketzel Firebrand, a young farmer runs up to you. Oh, okay, so she did actually talk to us. Instead of the other way around. Her clothes are torn and stained with green streaks. Uh-oh. and she holds a crude hoe over her shoulder. She has been working hard to salvage her ruined crops, but there is no hope for them now. Wait, she shouts, be careful, don't step on the mushrooms, and leave the fruit alone. She waves at the trees. It's ours. You calm her down a little and assure her that you aren't trying to steal her food. Sorry, soldier, it has not been a good time. I am Ketzel Firebrand. I welcome you to Blosk. Okay. Tell me about your crops? She looks around at her sickly field and shakes her head. You know, we really thought we could make it. We thought we could quarantine a small field in here and shut out the blight, and it worked for months. But the blight got in. It always does. We grew a lot before it struck, but then... She wipes her eyes with her sleeve. We have so little left now. How did the blight get in? No idea. Honestly, not at all. My guess is that a spore drifted in over the wall. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, this place is just open, right? Its walls are not gonna stop airborne diseases or anything. But then, of course, the brigands have also been coming and going, presumably. So, you know, one of them could have easily carried something in unknowingly. Who knows? There's no wind in Avernum, but there are drafts. She starts quivering with anger. One little speck of mushroom and our future dies. She stomps on a blighted mushroom with her foot. And what happened to the food that you grew? She looks around nervously, wanting to see who might be listening. She seems especially worried about the northern building. Finally, she says, we don't have it anymore. She doesn't say anything else about it. Well, I mean, of course we already know. And what do you eat now? We have a few miserable fruit trees. We catch lizards. She casts a vicious look at the northern buildings. For a second there, I was wondering if she was going to cast a hungry glance at our Slith friend. But no. Yeah. Northern buildings, right. And we take what scraps we are given. You ask her to explain, but she becomes very quiet. Right. I'm here because of accusations of food hoarding. I was attacked by brigands. I mean, she's not going to tell us anything that Duffy hasn't already told us. In fact, she's not going to tell us anything, probably. Because she's afraid. Understandably. I was attacked outside. She looks ill. We heard, and we peered out the windows. We saw what you did. My clan has nothing to do with them. Please, before you attack anyone, please talk to our clan leader. She points at the buildings in the southwest corner of town. Right. Accusations. She shakes her head. I only try to raise mushrooms. I don't know what happens to them after that. Seems unlikely. She points at the buildings to the south. Okay. Fair enough. I was kind of hoping there would be more to talk to her about. I cannot back out of her dialogue, by the way. Interesting. Okay, that's all for now. One of the rare dialogues that you have to choose the dialogue option to quit out of for some reason. Okay. Not a whole lot going on in here. This has to be the building, of course, with the hidden switch. Okay. And that is the entrance that the brigands opened for us. Oh, wow. You know what? Not bad. Concealing or, putting the button on that little dark part of the wall where it's definitely easier to miss. What the heck? I'm going to assume... If I could click on it... Okay, nothing happens. I guess there's a chance that we return back upstairs from the underground and find this secret tunnel closed again. So that's just another way back out. Okay, there are traps. Please tell me I can deal with all of these. Good. Would have been kind of awkward if not. Giant cave bat, huh? So the question is, of course, is this part of the underground of Blosk purely connected to that missing cache, or will this connect to the bandits, the brigands' secret escape tunnel? Sure hope it's the latter as well, because otherwise we actually have to step into that trap first. But well, if we have to, again, we have to. This room is full of dust, mold, and guano. You immediately start to cough and choke. Nobody has been down here in years. Eventually, eyes watering, you recover enough to take a good look around. Don't know really how we do that with at least 4, I guess. bats right here who are attacking us. Anyway, you take a good look around. It is a supply cache. There are piles of bricks, boxes of iron, and shelves laden with tools. In a time of war, all these materials are quite valuable. Someone in Darman is sure to be very interested in this. Right, and we know who it is, actually. So, these bats don't seem too bad. 85. Nice one. Right, normal bats are poisonous. Okay, could have prevented him from taking a little bit of damage there, but you know, that's fine. Oops. Bat's dead. Ooh, 10 bars of iron. Any free fine steel? No. No such luck. Just one extra bar probably would have unlocked some new smithing option for us, but not yet. Oh well. And that's the cache. That's all it was. We just needed to gain access to it, I guess. Oh! And sometimes you just have to complain, I guess. There is the one piece of fine steel. Okay, and, well, this technically connects to the brigands' tunnels, I suppose, but not in a way that's any useful to us. Oh well. Okay, I was kind of expecting there to be more to that quest, but that's fine, I suppose. Okay, do we have time? I mean, not really, but let's at least start this next little, well, series of events, I suppose. You stand at the entry to a fortress within a fortress. From inside, you can hear raucous singing and smell food cooking. You now know where all of Blost's food has ended up. The clan doesn't have it anymore. The outer gate is open and the inner gate is closed. Mangan and his hoarders have set an obvious trap for you. They decide that they want to prevent your departure. They will be able to. If they decide. But you are a warrior for Avernum. If Mangan insists on meeting you on his terms, so be it. Well, unfortunately, we don't really have an option here. We don't really have a choice in this case. You step boldly into the brigand's lair, confident that they can bring nothing to bear that would threaten a trained warrior for Avernum. Let's hope that's true. The outer gate closes behind you. The inner gate opens. Then a gruff voice within says, "Mangan will see you now." Oh, and don't mind if we just start plundering your place right away. Lost brigands, hello, hello. You are now alone in the middle of a band of brigands. Well, alone. The four of us are alone. Among, what, 3 brigands? They are all around you, a coarse, unwashed lot, but well fed. They have made good use of the products of Blost's hard work. And yet, even though you are outnumbered and trapped, they are silent. Not a single word of mockery passes their lips. They're arrogant and a little drunk, but they are not foolish enough to want to challenge the army of Avernum. Well, I mean, their leader is clearly bold enough. Foolish enough. One of them points into the chamber to the southeast. "Mangan's in there," he mutters. Then he corrects himself, adding loudly, "Lord Mangan." As you pass, every band here silently hopes that their leader doesn't get them into a battle. Well, unfortunately that seems pretty much inevitable. Also, I can't help but wonder if I can't actually just go ahead and attack these people beforehand? Surely I can, right? Absolutely I can. Lost Brigand? Okay, I mean... yeah, these are all called Lost Brigands. Oh? You might be different? You're Mangan! Okay, so... you have 255 health? That's pathetic. Wow. Now I feel especially bad. Okay, I mean... yeah, these guys are so weak. Obviously, they're... a complete non-issue. So I guess we might as well just go ahead and talk to Mangan, hear whatever he has to say, and I mean, just because I'm mildly curious if maybe there is some kind of peaceful solution to this whole situation. I kind of doubt it, though. I mean, he might offer us something, might offer to buy us off or something, but clearly we're not going to fall for any of that or agree to any of that, and it will come to combat. I guess it's good to know that just in case it turns out that being swarmed by all of them all at once is a bit much, we technically can just start the fight at our own terms, you know? On our own terms. Question is, 50 minutes? No, you know what? I'm gonna not be foolish. This might just take a little bit longer than I'm willing to deal with. Plus there's the whole, you know, don't let him get away with the supplies situation that I have to worry about. And yeah, it looks like... Actually, I do wonder how this is gonna work, because he seems really weirdly weak. So weak that we should be able to kill him within a turn or two, if we really tried. So either he's going to, you know, not be killable right now and just start running away in a scripted event, as in just teleport away, basically, and then we have to deal with the rest of the bandits and, you know, maybe some sort of time limit. Or something. I don't know. Either way, something is definitely going to happen here, and we are going to deal with it next time. For the time being, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.